A light has come to Bethlehem. The promise of a son was given, and it would take the sacrifice of a virgin's name. And in her humble stature, she exclaims, "Let it be unto me as you say." He planned to run out after dark, for she had taken this lie way too far. But as God would have a message delivered in his perfect time to a noble man with a godly heart. "What she says is true," the angel exclaims. "This is God's son. Please don't leave. Please don't depart." It was not long before the census came, and the journey began for the Nazarenes. They traveled 90 miles in a solid week, packing food for 2, but clothes for 3. And on the long road to Bethlehem, the labor proceeds. As they seek shelter, they're turned away again and again. For this was the first time Jesus was rejected by men. No room in the houses, no room in the inns, no hospitable place to welcome him. So Mary and Joseph resolved to the street, a look of defeat held across her cheek. The pain growing stronger, the night growing darker, and a final cry out to God, and a prayer being answered. A man with an offer of a roof, some hay, and a manger. These 2 faithful servants, much strength they have showed, made the best of this test in this humble abode. The coming Messiah, who's fit to be king, where no palace of gold or fine gems could contain, is entering the world in the dark and the cold. A story planted by God and the seed that he sowed. In sorrow and anguish, her hour has come, for the pain of this childbirth had fully succumbed. Only a few more moments before Jesus is seen, the miracle of childbirth for all humanity. And finally, a baby is born in the hay and the mud. An infant appears in the water and blood. And for a few moments, all of heaven is still as they wait and they listen on those holy hills. Suddenly, a cry is heard. Yes, a prophecy fulfilled. For a son has been given, and his name is Emmanuel. And the skies open up, and the angels rejoice, for the Son of God has a human voice. He's come down from heaven, the Messiah has come, his cry testing out his human lungs. A symbol of hope and a beacon of love. A new law begins from the Father above. The earth starts to tremble at what is just heard. God here in flesh, now fulfilled in his word. He's to be ruler of nations and fishers of men. He's the hope of salvation, and all sorrow's end. He'll be rest for the restless, strength for our weakness, light for our darkness, hope for the hopeless, healing for our sickness. He'll take the scales off our eyes and hold the key to our hearts, break down walls and traditions, feel pain and get scars. He'll be the lifter of our burdens and make demons run. The spotless Lamb, this is God's only Son. In almost an instant, our lives were changed. In this humble package, the Father has arranged the greatest gift for us and the greatest story to tell. God is now with us, Emmanuel.